Something's in the air tonight. The sky's alive with the burning light.
The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters. These are Audrey Hepburn's words that I probably should have understood a long time ago. But the only thing that's important now is that I do know what they mean, although it took me a while. One spring day, early in April, I began the walk home from my bus stop in the warm Florida sun. I had a fairly short distance ahead of me, but it seemed like 1,000 miles in the hot air that found a way to suck the life out of my body. My sister stomped along beside me, complaining about the heat. Why, oh why does it have to be so hot? We'll never get home at this rate, and when we do, we'll be soaked in sweat, she squeaked. My thoughts exactly, I mumbled. I took a few more steps and plugged in my headphones and walked through the uncut grass of the neighborhood shortcut in my pink high tops. Moving at a pace slower than a snail, I realized I had about 15 minutes to think about anything at all. Lately, I had been lost in pounds of materialistic thoughts that led me to believe that all that mattered was how much money you could spend. This thinking was probably initiated by overexposure to reality television and melodramatic celebrities that I read about in magazines. I was obsessed with things, whether it was clothes from the local mall or exorbitantly priced handbags that made their way into my personal wish list. It didn't matter. If it had a price tag, I was interested. And that became my obsession. I replaced books with tabloids and online games with extravagant browsing. That was all that was running through my mind, and as I walked down that path, I kept thinking that way, slowly inching my way home. So, anything new at Saks? My sister questioned out of nowhere. Saks Fifth Avenue is a designer brand store that had been my new favorite lately, and I even had my little sister thinking about it. I had her thinking the way I was, shallowly. No, not really, I dazedly replied. Oh, she said, quickly and awkwardly closing our short conversation. We continued home, our feet pushing through the grass and the sweat dripping off our faces. As we turned a corner and went through a series of bumps and potholes in the grass, I accidentally hit the shuffle button on my iPod, and on played a song that I had taken off my playlist months ago. It was a song that spoke of the less fortunate people in the world and how they loved and accepted although they had nothing, titled People Help the People by an artist called Birdie. I seemed to lose myself in this song, and the world around me slipped away for just a few moments. I let the song and its meaning sink deep into my conscience, and it suddenly occurred to me that this way of thinking was completely and utterly wrong. Material things shouldn't matter, and money wasn't indispensable if you wanted happiness. Sure, it made things a little easier, but you didn't need it if you could see that you didn't. Most of society is focused on the dollar, and for a while so was I. But then, just as the final notes of the song slid into my ears and as I stepped onto my driveway, I finally understood that yes, money is part of our world, but you don't have to have a lot of it to be content. One who is wealthy can be miserable, and one who isn't so wealthy could spend every moment of their lives in bliss, because they had figured it out too. They'd figured out that life isn't about brands and numbers. It's about your actions and your interactions and your connections with people and your family that make life worth living. The only values that should matter are your moral ones, and because of this song that lasted about 3.5 minutes, my entire point of view had done a 180. In this 3.5 minutes, I stopped to fix the mess inside my head that I myself had created, all thanks to this one song. Now I think about doing things rather than purchasing them, and I've lost my interest in designer clothing. I often think about people less fortunate than me, and how they'd probably give anything to live the life I live. I should be so grateful to live where I do, go to school where I do, and have what I have. I am very privileged and I should realize this. Now, instead of daydreaming about things that aren't worth the thousands of dollars that they sell for, I focus on what I can do with my life and how I can better it or others. I will never forget this song or how it changed the way I think about things. Its lyrics made me a better person in just 3.5 minutes.
Here we go, there's nothing left to choose. Here we go, there's nothing left to lose.